the boys for being a group solely dedicated with the goal of taking down Homelander and the Seven. Kinda really suck at it. I mean, throughout the seasons, we've seen many ways in which Homelander can really be taken down, but they never take fully advantage of it. So I thought it would actually be fun to list at least 5 ways they've already shown that they could take down Homelander. And I'm sure I missed some, and if I did, please tell me. In the first few seasons, especially in the first one, Homelander is really depicted as this invincible character that it's impossible to take down. Both physically and mentally, he's incredibly cunning. And when they took away Translucent, trying to figure out how to kill him, they were really terrified about Homelander and how he was going to get them back. But as the season progressed, we really got to see the weak spots of Homelander, especially when it comes to his mindset and how he's just spiraling out of control. And the first opportunity we see, concrete opportunity to take him down, is Soldier Boy with the chest blaster. Soldier Boy, real name Benjamin, was actually one of the first superheroes ever made, and he was the leader of the group called Payback, the original Seven, by Vought. He was the strongest sup at the time, with super strength and super durability comparable to those of Homelander. But the problem was he was also very unstable, doing drugs and coke all the time and beating up his own teammates because he needed to be in the center of attention. Vought and his teammates decided to get rid of him, so they trapped him and sell him to the Russians, who had been experimenting on him until season 3, where the boys find him in the Russian prison and free him. During all the experimentation is where Soldier Boy actually gets his power up, where he gets the chest blast. He can burn the V out of any soup, making them human again. The boys struck a deal with Soldier Boy. They will help him taking down all the members of Payback, and in return, Soldier Boy will take care of Homelander after they are done with the all members. And this is where the biggest fuck up happens, because in the finale of season 3, they had Homelander trapped in the Vought Tower, and they could take him down, but Butcher decides to betray Soldier Boy to save Ryan because he was in the way. But they could have just thrown him out of the window. He would have survived. He's a sup. He has the same power as Homelander, and they could have just take care of business. But now, no. And now in season 5, Soldier Boy is with Homelander, and this option is completely out of the window. Number 4 is the soup killing virus. This is possibly worse than the previous one, because Butcher kidnaps Samir, the partner of Victoria Newman, which they have a kid together, which is also soup, and tells him that Homelander killed Newman, but in reality he did. He forces him to make the virus, and it works. For some reason, they don't want to try it out on Homelander straight away, but they wanted to test it on some other soup, Rockhard, beforehand, because he's also very resistant and very durable. But this makes no sense because they totally lose the element of surprise. Until then, Homelander was not expecting that, and he had a lot of public events, and he was talking on the talk show with Firecracker. They were doing a podcast and shit. They could have totally put it there on a timer and have it released. Homelander is super fast, he has super senses, but when he smells that, it's already too late. He's infected, so he cannot really run away from it. And by testing it on some other soup, which they did, they take down Rockhard, Jetstream, and also Soldier Boy gets infected. But Soldier Boy survives. So now, Homelander not only knows about the soup killing virus and he's avoiding going out, but also they found out that people with V1, the first version of the compound V, actually are immune to it, which is why Soldier Boy survives. And this makes him seek the V1 to also become immortal, so the problem becomes exponentially bigger. But this is not even all, because Samir, in the meantime, discovers the truth that Homelander didn't take down Newman, it was actually Butcher. So he flips out, he finds his daughter, and destroys all the virus that was left at the laboratory, which is gonna take weeks for Frenchie to replicate. I mean, my boy, Butcher, you lied to this guy, you kidnapped him, you took away his partner. If you're making him make this virus, at least take few samples away to keep in a safer place, because you know sooner or later the truth is gonna come out. This guy has no plan B. It's It's really incredible. This list is becoming like 5 ways to take down Homelander to 5 fuck-ups by Butcher. Now that we've explored the 2 most obvious ways to take down Homelander, let's get more creative. Number 3 is actually Novichok. Novichok is a nerve agent developed by the Russians, which is a real thing, by the way, that was used more than once to take down Soldier Boy. And we already know that it works. And given that Soldier Boy and Homelander have similar levels of durability, I don't understand why they never tried it on Homelander. And maybe the argument is that they cannot trap him long enough for it to work, but as is shown on Soldier Boy, he actually acts really fast. You can just lure Homelander in a reinforced room, flood it with gas, and it will work. It is more tricky compared to the others, but I don't understand why the boys never consider it as an option and never actually tried it, because they don't know. They never tried on Homelander, but it probably would work. Number 2 is actually a combination of number 3 and what's been shown in season 5 until episode 5. Because we've seen in the Fourth Harmony episode where they go into this fort that Homelander is trapped into this enriched uranium room where it actually weakens him, and the only reason why he gets out is because the doors are not thick enough, but they actually weakens him enough that he cannot use his superpower at full strength. And this combined with either the Novichok that can knock him out, or the gas made from Michael Chemical, the guy who played by Misha Collins, would totally work. He would be unconscious and he'll be weakened by the enriched uranium, which you just wait it out because he is not like Soldier Boy, he's not immortal. He's gonna die eventually of dehydration and food starvation, or just aging. But I kept the best for number 1, which, oh my god, like season 3 gave them so many options to take him out, and if they really played their cards correctly, that would have been the last season, honestly. For me, actually the easiest way to take out Homelander would be using Mindstorm instead of Soldier Boy. Mindstorm is actually one of the original members of the team Payback, and his superpower is being able to read minds and control minds. He can put people in a permanent coma just by staring into their eyes. And he was considered unreliable because he suffered from bipolar disorder, and he retreated himself into the woods after being so overloaded by reading everybody's mind. But actually, from what we've seen in the scene in the forest with Huey talking to him and with Butcher being put into sleep by Mindstorm, he's actually sane and he can talk to people. You can reason with him, and for him it would be so easy to disguise himself into a crowd of fans when Homelander is having one of these open events and pretend to be one of the fans and asking for a signature or a photo, and just look him into the eyes and put him into a permanent coma, and boom, problem solved. Also, this would have no casualties, and Homelander would never see it coming because Mindstorm has been outside of the public eye for decades now, and nobody knows what he looks like. And here it is, 5 proven ways to take down Homelander. And I'm sure if we used more creativity, we could probably find more ways by using, I don't know, for example, A-Train and his speed. He was so criminally underused throughout the whole series. Like, honestly, it was kind of a bittersweet. Like, yes, the end of A-Train tied everything together, but man, he had so much potential.